So we were the Sinful 7, and our goal is really around creating a first cut of a transformation toolkit. So this is for transformation coaches with perhaps a need to have some questions that help us to think through what we're doing, basically.
So we were creating the list of considerations for a coach to think about at different stages of the approach. And again, like already said, we were going the working skeleton in the first iteration, and then in the next, so second and third iteration, we will go deeper in these areas. And during this iteration, we were working with why part of why we are doing all transformation, then the assessment part, the how, strategies, and the coach.
Yeah, so just to give you a flavour of some of these questions, because we've used a lot of output, as you might observe. In fact, we picked up velocity, I think, as we moved to using stickies. We're just writing stuff in parallel and popping it up. But just on the why one, for instance, there's questions like, so why did you contact me? What are the original motivators for change? What has been done so far to recognise your pain points and raise awareness? Some desire type things. What little buy-in do you have for change? These sorts of questions. Moving on to
assessment. And there we have several areas for considerations like culture, structure, current processes. So what are the existing organizational culture? How to organize your people, current processes, what are the biggest constraints with technology you're having, and so on. So better understand the context organization from different angles.
Yeah, we've done these as mind maps so we can actually branch out more as we do successive sprints on this, iterate on it. I think we went to strategies.
Yeah.
Next, yeah. So strategies was like the bigger picture sorts of decisions and questions. There was questions like, well, is Agile the right approach even? Have we done the assessment that Agile is not actually the right answer for what we've found out you need? Another question was, what mechanism do we want to use to manage the transformation initiative? Do we want to use like a backlog and have iterations, or how we want to organise? What organisational change model can we use? Might be some models out there like ADCAR or ADAPT or something that we might find useful. What agile frameworks should we consider for this engagement? What strategies of implementation, or overall strategies of implementation, and there's a fair bit to break out in some of that probably. So we're looking at drilling into some of these. Some of these were identified as quite large questions that we tend to want to break down into some more specific things.
Yeah, and even though now we are mostly on the questions part, on the later stages we will obviously go to implementations of how we can answer those. What are the tools we might use to get the answer?
Yeah.
Should we dive into the coach part? The coach part was about
how first, right?
Huh?
How first.
Okay.
How came first, right?
Okay. How there's some things to do with team that we clustered there. There's things to do with education, knowledge. Things to do with basically sharing knowledge up here, roadmap, tooling, project management tooling, and things like that even. But we wanted to look at a lot of what problems are you trying to work on enabling, and then tools may or may not be the right choice depending on what you're trying to do.
And sustaining also.
Yeah.
How to maintain sustaining. And the last part is the coach, and these are the set of considerations for coach that can help during the way on your perspective, like if I'm split the time in the right way between different activities, if I'm spending the time right with different roles, what is the maximum size of the group I can handle, or other way around, what is the minimum time I should spend with this group, and so on. What are, if that is the right approaches, do I need help from outside, if I should continue, so am I learning something out of it, stuff like that.
Yeah, so there's a lot of questions for yourself as coach, help you self-assess almost how you're going and what you need to be thinking about.
If I'm bringing value, what are the feedback I can get from different various stakeholders on their expectation of you as a coach, and so on.
Cool, so hopefully these are relevant questions to a lot of us. We're looking forward to bringing this into something that you can all take away and